Why is it live?
What's that?
Why is it live?
Because I'm setting up the YouTube link.
Okay. I'm going to leave the meeting.
How do I get the link?
I got it. Okay, bye, Christina. Bye-bye.
I'm going to try closing out of this and see if it's the same link.
I've got the link, Andy. I will send it.
Yeah, but is there a way I can wait link and then wait to go live?
I don't know.
Kendra's already on here. Lisa, we are live.
Hi, everybody. Is it 10 o'clock already?
No, we got 10 minutes.
Well, should I wait until 10 o'clock to start?
Yeah. You can wait till 10 o'clock. I'm going to
Take us off live until then?
I'm going to leave us live, but I'm going to take us all off video.
Okay.
All right. I am actually going to leave.
Okay, so YouTube is just showing your name on a black screen, Lisa.
Okay. So I don't have a clock in here. You got to tell me when to start.
You got it.
All right. Oh, so now it just went back to my home screen again.
Nope.
What's happening?
No, you should be seeing mine.
Oh, okay. Now it's back to Lisa Krause.
Yep.
Now it's back to my home screen.
Because I'm sharing my screen.
It's not your screen, it's mine.
Well, maybe is it because the metal part is touching the screen?
No.
I'm gonna share my screen again. So, do you see my mouse, Lisa?
If I go to video, I see, and then I click on the screen. Yes, I see it.
You have this bar down here. In this video, the Zoom.
Yep. I don't have that.
You don't?
No, I have a little video. It looks different than that. And that's what I'm clicking to get to it. So.
Interesting.
It's probably because it's a Surface.
Well, I don't know.
Because we are so.
Unforeseen hardships, and of course, in all those cases, very terrible circumstances. But right now, it's a little bit. Grow that fund if we need to. But given the current environment, they're not doing a lot of asking right now for funding either. Okay, I hope that's helpful to know. And I actually have a 10 o'clock with Ken any staff and faculty on campus. We're not really asking them, like,
You're at 9:54, Lisa.
Okay. Here, I'm waiting.
fine,
You're ready.
we would know about them. So they have to self-identify for us to know. The other thing is real quick, mention the off-campus students. I did email the students last week, and over 100 students who were on our list for off-campus housing. Only responded to my email and answered my questions. Over almost 10 of those were not in our local community, either they lived in Montana or Wellsville or they were so we had just helping put together the spreadsheet, but I would say we have less than 20 who I know will self-identify being in off-campus housing, still in the village or within the town or Alfred Station, and 3 or 4 of those identified food insecurity. Thank you, Delred. Does anyone else have any questions? Kim, I think if you could let us know as soon as the cabinet makes a decision, this is Trisha, about that federal financial aid monies, because I know that we have a lot of students who really rely on that, and
Are you there?
as you know, with the lockdown, and I understand of our emergency funds, like that, those are the questions that I think are coming in everybody's direction. And I understand that we're trying to figure it out. But I would say that, there's a lot of, depending on hearing themselves now that they're back home with their other friends who might have left for college, a lot of those students are already getting those checks, and we should have a plan of what we're doing, because I think it's going to put some of our students really in desperate straits. Sure, absolutely. Is this just
Andy, are you there?
Yep. Lisa, can you turn your TV off in the background?
It's not my TV. I don't have anything on. I'm here in a meeting. Now I don't hear anything.
It was me. I will keep mine on mute unless I need it.
Okay.
At 57. Whoa.
3 minutes.
Woo.
Thanks for doing this with me.
Yeah, of course. Is there anything you want me to pick up for you at Trader Joe's? You get mangoes and sweet mac and cheese. I should get more of that cornbread mix.
I know you had.
Lisa, you should have gotten a request to start your video.
And that's not a final decision yet, but when admissions is getting
There you go.
calls or those emails, they're forwarding those families.
All right, good morning, Upward Bound family. This is Lisa, and I'd like to introduce my assistant, Rachel.
Hello.
We're going to do something a little different today. We know that you've been listening to all the great information from Christina and Sammy and Andy. So today we thought we would do something different and we would cook for you. So we're going to make sausage bread. And this is a recipe that I thought originally came from my mother, but as it turns out, it was from my sister. She let me know that last night when I told her I was doing this. So without further ado, we will get started. And to go along with our tea theme, I don't drink tea, so I'm drinking hot chocolate out of my Moo Cow mug.
I am drinking tea out of my You're Kind of Possum cat mug. So
Okay, so to get started, first thing you have to do is you got to start your meat. So for those of you that are cooking along with me, take your sausage, put it in a pan and start cooking it. And while that's going, I'll get everything else ready so that we can move this along as quickly as possible. So you should have a working surface, and I'm going to start off by spraying it with non-stick cooking spray. Thank you. And then we have our dough, regular Wegmans pizza dough. Not that expensive. You can get wheat, you can get grain. I just get the regular white stuff because it's the easiest to work with. And then the fun part is taking this big mushy dough and kind of spreading it out like pizza, like a pizza dough. I'm not going to be throwing it up in the air. No. No, there'll be no throwing anything up in the air because it won't go well for me. So I do it the easy way and just stretch it out. Don't forget about your meat cooking. And then when you get it about like this, you're going to lay it back down on your surface and just spread it out by hand as much as you can without getting any holes in it. You don't want holes because then all your stuff will fall through. Okay, Angie's helping. My dog Angie is here helping. I'll take this over, and you want to start, while the meat is cooking, you're going to want to start getting your eggs scrambled up. So, Rachel will scramble up 5 eggs in a bowl. Just so you know, I've never, ever cooked on film before. Not sure how this is gonna go, but we're giving it a go, giving it a try.
You know, I don't know if Gordon Ramsay would be really happy, but I think we're doing pretty well.
So the finished product, when we're all done, this is what it's going to look like. And we'll cut into it a little bit later so you can see what inside looks like.
I want to show them the meat cooking so they know it's done.
So when you're cooking sausage, you want to make sure that nothing is pink on the inside. So you're going to cook it till everything is brown.
Lisa, I didn't hear that when you looked over your shoulder.
So when you're cooking sausage, you want to make sure that it's cooked all the way through and not pink. You don't want it to be pink at all. So I know you can't really see what's inside the pan, but I'm constantly stirring it, making sure that it doesn't stick, doesn't burn, and breaking it up and making sure that there's no pink inside.
What kind of sausage are we talking about here? Is it whatever you want? Is it Italian sausage, breakfast sausage?
You can use whatever kind of sausage you want. If you like spicy sausage, you can use spicy. I don't do spicy, so I use a mild sweet sausage, but you can really use whatever kind you want.
I wonder if anybody knows the difference between like an Italian sausage or breakfast sausage.
So like tell them that one how it's like, isn't it like
So this sausage I purchased from the farmer's market this Saturday. And it's actually a combination of meats. I got it right from a butcher. But if you don't have access to a place like that, you can just get regular sausage at the grocery store.
the eggs are whipped?
Okay, so my sausage is just about brown, and I'm gonna add the eggs now. And cook those in. Yep, throw them right in.
Mix that all up. Add some hot chocolate. Angie is paying very close attention, making sure she catches every step in any morsels of food that may fall.
And then you let that cook until all the eggs are cooked and mixed in with the sausage. So probably about 3 or 4 minutes.
And did you tell them the temperature?
Make sure that your oven, you should have your oven preheating at this point to 350. So if your oven isn't on yet, turn it on to 350.
10:30, right? Or is it? Might not have been
Looks good. Some people will add Tabasco to this. Some people might add mushrooms. Some people might put spinach in it. Lots of different variations. I keep her pretty basic with just sausage and egg. Some people just have sausage. I
Yeah.
know Becky is not an egg person, so she would not eat this, but if I made one with just sausage, she would probably like that.
So how many people would you say this like usually feeds?
At least 5 to 6. A loaf that size
Hmm,
is at least 5 to 6.
it's a good size.
And we're almost done, another 2 minutes or so before I spread it out onto the dough. And again, just make sure that your dough is as stretched out as it can be without having any holes in it. And of course, if I was doing this in a restaurant or for a large group of people, I would be wearing gloves, but it's just me here at home with my family, so I don't need to do that.
So when do we put the cheese in?
Not yet.
Not yet. Let's go.
I think so. Okay, so I'll get this a little closer so you can see it. This is the mixture, and that's what it looks like when it's done.
Bring it up a little bit.
That's what it looks like when it's done and ready to go on the bread, okay? So then you take it and you just plop it right in the middle. Cheese.
Make sure you turn the stove off. Don't start any fires.
And then take a bunch of cheese.
However much really you see fit. We're big cheese heads, so we like to go big on the cheese.
And then you fold it over. Again, trying really hard not to get any holes in the dough.
Have to be beautiful, you know, she's kind of just folding it up here. And as you can see this one over here too, it's definitely an interesting shape, but doesn't have to look super pretty.
Butter. And then the final step before you put it in the oven is to smother it with butter, because as everybody knows, everything is better with butter. So I'm gonna take a good hunk. See how big that is?
Is it like
Yep.
tables? Wow, I don't know.
I don't know, a big hunk. I don't know if it's a tablespoon, it's a lot. And then smother that all over the top, and that's gonna help your dough get brown as it cooks.
Now, do you put anything else on top?
Nope,
No.
I don't, but again, people do all kinds of things with this recipe, but I keep it pretty simple. Much better than the food you get at school or in college, yes?
Yes, definitely.
How is the food at college?
The food at college is pretty decent, at least at my college. I don't think it's that awful. There are a lot of different food sections. Like there's the Chinese food area, there's pizza, there's burgers, there's a salad bar. So they got a lot of options. So
Okay, now we're ready to put it on the pan. I'm gonna ask you to hold that. I'm gonna lift it right on the foil.
convenient.
Stick it right on, like so, and it is ready to go in the oven.
So how long does it normally cook for?
So when I put this in, I will ask Alexa to set a timer for 20 minutes, and then I'll check it, and when it starts to turn brown is when it's done. Depends on your oven, but I would say between 20 and 30 minutes. Then, when it's done, that's what it looks like.
Should we cut into it?
Yep, we're gonna cut into it. As soon as I find a knife.
I'll get you for it.
And a plate. Get a little plate. I'll try to turn it so that you can see it as I cut it, what it looks like on the inside.
There are going to be some sections, you know, because it's not perfectly folded, that are a little more bready than others, but that's okay. Ooh, and then the finished product.
There it
Let's
is.
Got your mixture in there. Your sausage, bread, some cheese. So good. So good. You want a bite?
You can take the first bite. Tell us how it is. And then you should tell them about, like, you know, when you were, well, Rachel goes to Nazareth. And she has some different eating habits than she used to eat. There's different ways of eating than how she used to prior to going into college. So that might be kind of interesting for them to hear what it's like. And Angie just got a piece of sausage bread. Here, Angie, you want a piece too? You get some. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's definitely not like in high school where you go and you have lunch at like 11 in the morning. It's very based around your schedule and based on your day-to-day classes and what you have going on. So like, you know, yeah, it's really, really good. So there are some days, you know, where I might go to lunch at like 12 o'clock because that's my 1 hour that I have a lunchtime. But there are other days I might not be as busy. I might choose to go sooner or later, depending. So that's the nice thing about college. There's a lot of flexibility there, not just with the classes you're taking, but also like with your schedule and everything around that.
They say that freshmen gain 20 pounds, that freshman 20. Is that true, do you think?
Yeah.
It is true?
I would say so. It's either you gain the weight or you lose weight from the stress of college. But yeah, because it's like compared to high school, you know, where you have your one structured meal during the day and then, you know, you go home and you might have snack and dinner. In college, there's no one structuring when you have your meals, so it's kind of up to you when you eat. So it can be easy to have like 6 to 8 meals a day. So yeah.
Probably not as healthy as they could be too.
Yeah, maybe not quite as healthy, you know, there's always late night options. There's this place called The Cab and they make burgers and fries and after everyone goes at like 12 o'clock to do homework and get a bite to eat. So not the healthiest of options, but definitely nice. The food people too, I've always found they're so wonderful. They're always really accommodating, especially if you have any like food allergies or anything. And they're just so sweet. Like you get to know them on a first name basis. They know exactly what you want on your plate, and that's nice.
Always be nice to your food people.
Always be nice to your food people.
Always, always, always.
Very important. And they like if you're not, they're gonna know, and everyone else will know as well. So yeah, be nice to your food people. It could be the difference between that extra slice of pizza.
Yes, and you want that extra slice of
Yeah.
pizza.
Definitely.
Definitely. Oh, do we have any questions out there?
Yeah, so There's been some talk about, well, first, I think there's a few people that would love to see your puppy.
Oh.
Here, wait, I can lift her.
You can lift her up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Angie, are you ready? We're on camera. Yay!
Everybody say hi to Angie.
Angie.
Hi, Angie. Hi, Angie. Angie, look over your
Yeah,
camera. Come here.
unfortunately, she's more
Angie.
interested in the food right now.
Look, say
but-
hello. This is my puppy,
Hi.
Angie. Angie is 11 years old.
She is.
She's an old girl, and we
Yes.
love her very, very much.
She's got
Yes, we
white
do.
sock feet. Oh, okay.
She is a relentless eater. Yeah, she's been hanging out with us all morning while we've been cooking. Yeah, oh, he was laying on his thing.
So Lisa, Kendra says that is such a cute dog.
Thank you, Kendra. She's my baby. I love her very, very much. Yes, I do. I love you very much.
Christina and Becky said that looks delicious. I really want to eat that.
Oh, this is Oliver. They make
So I'm not sure how I feel about it. I love the egg and the sausage, like the thick bread. I'm just not a bread guy. So
Person, so I personally like the extra bread.
yeah. It looks like something I would really, really love because of that sausage and egg in there and cheese.
If I was
Just
a
pizza
better,
rolled up.
if I was a better cook,
Oh, you're
I could have spread it out more and actually rolled it. It would have gotten holes.
Oh.
So that's why I do it this way. It's easier for me, but if somebody is really good at that kind of thing, you can really spread that dough out. I'm not that good at it.
That would be a cool idea. And you could almost split that amount of dough in two and make like two like breakfast pizza logs out of it.
Yes.
Now we're talking my language.
But you really have to be good with the dough, and working with it is not always the easiest. So I just do it the simple way.
Yeah, I understand. What happens if you get a hole in the dough?
Then when you put your sausage and your egg and your stuff in there, it's gonna fall out. You don't want it to fall out. You want it to stay inside the bread.
Would it matter? I wonder if the hole was on the top.
Probably not as much, but Murphy's Law, the hole never is on the top. The hole is
Yeah.
always at the bottom,
science.
right where you really don't want it, and all the juices come out onto your pan. You really want that to stay in the bread and cook in there.
For sure. So Christina says she did not make it because she didn't have any pizza dough or sausage. I'm making it sometime. I also will be making this. I think it's a great idea. I apologize for the baby yelling in the background.
This was a lot of fun, and we can definitely do this again. I know that this is so different for all of us. It's different for us adults just as much as it is for you guys. So we can do this again. I think there's a good chance we're all going to be home for a while, and this is something fun and new and interesting. And if you guys have something that you want me to make for the group, let me know what that is. I'll keep thinking of some other dishes that we might be able to make as a group and cut out cookies, butter cookies. Yeah,
Good recipe.
we have-
Lisa, did I hear you say you were offering to deliver this fresh home cooked food to all participants on the YouTube live videos?
Let me tell you what, if I could, I would absolutely do that. I would, but I can't do that. But this was a lot of fun to do. And
It looks great. Yeah.
Thank-
So let's hang on for a little bit. How long does that bake for, Lisa?
So
About 20 to 30 minutes, depending on the oven.
Yeah. 20 to 30. As soon as it starts to get brown, it's done.
At what temperature?
350.
So, Christina commented she wants to do a video about stir fry with ramen, her college dinner of choice.
Ooh.
And Rachel, I gotta say, we just ate at one of the dining halls at Naz, and I was impressed. I,
I
lo-
like
I
all
loved
bananas.
the berry bar they had. Oh, my mind was blown. There were so many raspberries in it.
I know, right? Like they got fresh berries. I'm telling you, that's where my tuition is going. It's for all the rats. Berry bar over
Fresh
there.
berries and blueberries.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Lisa, I also wanted to say, great job using the cast iron skillet.
That's not a cast iron skillet.
That's not a cast iron skillet?
No, it's a cheapie. The only cast iron skillet I have
Oh,
is this size. And that was not cutting it today. I got 2 of these matching. That I
all right,
got.
well, I know a guy that can probably hook you up with something a little bigger for you to cook your sausage.
Yeah, you know a guy?
Oh, guy.
No guy.
No, these are
Yes.
just cheapie pans,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But you're right, cast iron is the way to
Like
cook
cast
this
iron.
kind of thing, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's just the seasoning that's annoying.
Yep, you have to take care of them, but they're well worth it.
Hmm.
Okay, it is 10:19. It's a little shorter than what we had hoped for, but that's okay. Next time we'll plan a little better and make something that takes longer. Does anyone have any more questions before we wrap it up?
I think we did really good on the time frame.
Okay.
Lisa, we're just going to remember, let any last minute questions come in because it'll take them a second or two.
And I'm going to be eating for the rest of the day.
Yes.
I see that. I'm coming over, by the way.
You're what?
I said I'm coming over, by the way.
Okay.
Very early on in the video, there was a little bit of talk about where you could find pizza dough. And I actually asked the question, do you think is there any difference in using the powdered mix? You'd get it like Save-A-Lot and then make the dough up. Just follow the directions to make the pizza dough and you're good to go, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You can use any kind of dough you want, whatever you can find. There's no specific kind that you have to use. I just happen to use this because it's easy for me to find, but use whatever you can find.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter. It'll be
Yeah.
just as good.
And homemade dough, homemade dough is just as good.
Yeah,
Sweet.
probably better.
I don't know about that. It looks pretty darn good.
But you are right, Andy.
Reagan thinks so too.
It is very bready. What?
I said my little Reagan just weighed in. She thinks it is delicious looking too.
Does it look yummy, Reagan?
Give me your eggs.
Angie's still here waiting patiently. Feeling bad.
Eggs, what do you think?
I'm gonna give her a little piece just because she's.
How's that look? Does it look super yummy?
It look yummy? Gotta get closer. I hope you guys can actually see.
Yeah, we can see it pretty well.
Good. Here, Angie, look at.
Love it. Might be our lunch today.
Yeah. Well, I will make this for us some Friday once we're back at work and when we have our staff meeting, I'll bring it in for everybody. Okay, guys, I haven't brought it in before. Have I brought this in? Maybe I haven't because it's got eggs in it and Becky doesn't like eggs. I'll make it without the eggs.
Goodness.
All right, Upward Bound family, this was so much fun. We will see you again tomorrow for tea at 10. We have
With
a
me.
special guest tomorrow.
Just me. Tea at 10 tomorrow is with me, Adulting 101.
Yep. On how to be an adult. I need to attend that because
Yeah, me too.
I'm really not sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna learn how to fill out a check, to balance a checkbook, what is a bank account, maybe even get into some tax stuff. Like, can you do your own taxes and how would you go about doing that?
Actually sounds really
Awesome.
informative. Yeah.
So today we've learned how to provide sustenance for ourselves.
You know, make sure that tomorrow it's important that they know how to fill out their W-9 when they get their first job. How many people do you claim when you get your job?
Yeah, that is always something I'm like, oh, what is this? I don't know what to do, Dad.
Yeah. And if you get the wrong information or you put the wrong number in there,
Messes up your taxes.
you could mess up your taxes. So that's really good that you're covering that, Andy. Thank you.
Yeah. I really wish that it was covered more in general.
Well, you'll have to tune in, Rachel. See-
I honestly, because I really
Actually, Rachel's been tuning in the background for all of our videos in the morning. She's
Excellent.
usually up by then, and so she's hearing what's going on.
Yeah.
Very
All
good.
Everybody, it was so much fun seeing you, and I will see you again soon. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you tomorrow. Love to you all. Bye.
Bye. Oh, I can like zoom in with this.